Okay. All right. We're going to start on our backs in constructive rest pose. So if you'd like your blanket underneath of your head, you can fold it open and then fold it again. Put it back behind your head. And then take your feet as you lie on your back as wide as your mat and knock your knees in together. And you can let your hands rest on your belly or let your arms come by your sides. But really get your inner knees to touch. Big toes pointed in. And then go right to your exhale and sigh out. Do that a handful of times, just sighing out. Letting your low back open up. Be a little more spacious into the floor. And again, just staying with, focusing on your exhale a few times. Trying to keep the inner knees touching. Feeling your middle back get a little closer to the ground, but you don't need to force it to be flat. And you're just letting yourself rest in this constructive pose. Breathing in and exhaling out. And let your mind stay with your breath this morning. Let your body feel that sense of ease and support of the floor underneath you. And as you continue to focus on your breath, maybe with a little bit more emphasis on your exhale, you also feel the weight of your shoulders drop down and in towards the floor. You might even feel a little bit of that chest opening quality as your shoulders relax a little bit deeper down. And if you notice you have a lot on your mind this morning, continue emphasizing the exhale, letting those thoughts roll out. If you feel pretty steady, be easily focused on your breath, I encourage you to go with a little bit more emphasis on your inhale, expanding and adding a little bit of energy. And there's always an option to just focus on an equal breath if that feels neutralizing to you. Knowing that when we change the breath or even focus on the breath, it always has different effects. Not just on our mind, but also on our body. Let your belly feel free, so no holding, squeezing or contracting of the belly, just complete freedom. Natural rise and fall of your belly button up and then down. Start to move your jaw a little bit side to side, and then up and down. Maybe your body naturally yawns, and if it does, feel free to reach your arms overhead and take that full body experience. And then exhale, bring your arms back down to your sides. Continue to stay with your breath. Just simply open your eyes. Bring your knees straight up towards the ceiling as if you're going to go into a bridge, but lengthen up through the right leg towards the ceiling. Good. Flex into the foot. Left foot can stay on the ground. Breathe in. And exhale, just bring the leg a little bit closer to your face. If you want to use a strap from the get-go, feel free, or you can just keep the leg elevated. And then exhale, let it go halfway down to the floor. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, bring your leg back up towards the ceiling, straight up. Breathe in again. Exhale, bring your leg a little closer in toward your face. Inhale. Exhale, halfway down to the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, back up towards the ceiling. Bend the right knee, let the right foot come to the floor, and go to your left leg. Just straight up. The knee does not need to be in full extension by any means. So if your hamstrings right away are talking to you, good healthy bend in the knee, full flex of the foot. Exhale, bring the leg just a bit closer to your face. Breathe in. Exhale, let it come halfway down to the ground. Your low back on the floor. Good. On an exhale, bring your leg back straight up towards the ceiling, perpendicular to the floor. The next exhale, leg in towards your face. So we're really only moving on the exhale here. Exhale, halfway down to the floor. Keep both low back and glutes on the ground. Exhale, up towards the ceiling. One more time. Exhale, a little bit in towards your face. Your exhale, halfway down to the floor. And then your exhale, back up towards the ceiling. Bring your right leg to meet up your left. So both legs are up. Roll around through your ankles. Good. One direction and then the next. Try to keep your skull, shoulders, spine, and sacrum all on the floor. Good. Bend both knees at the same time. Let your feet find the ground. And then take your right leg into half happy baby. Right knee towards your right armpit. Finding either the big toe or the baby toe side of the foot. Again, you can use the strap if your foot feels very far away. And just a little rock side to side. So left foot is still on the ground, right leg in half happy baby. Little rock, little massage on your low spine. You guys picked a great pair, low back and hamstrings. They're real close to one another. Still the rocking, come to center. Maybe hold a little more firmly onto your foot. Be gentle now. Inhale, straighten your leg about 10%. And then exhale back into half happy baby. Inhale, 11%. And then exhale, bend the knee back into half happy baby. Now you can stick with that, going about in the 10 to 20% range. If your hamstrings feel a little more open and you want to go a little more, don't go to your full force yet. Just taking an inventory, seeing how the sensations feel. I'm going to take 3 more. Extending on your inhale, releasing on your exhale. So we want to find that length on the inhale. Good. 1 more, maybe hold it out. Whatever percentage of a straightish leg you've got. 1 more breath in. And exhale, bring it back to half happy baby. Release your right foot down. Straighten your right leg out on the floor. Hands on your hips, pause. Close your eyes. And just see how the right leg feels. Back of the leg, the front of the hip, and the whole length of the leg. Ease up in your shoulders and your jaw. And then second side, bend your right knee, right foot to the floor. Half happy baby, left leg, Anahatasana. Different set of hamstrings, so don't assume that it's going to be the same amount or the same feeling on this side. Inhale, 10% length here. Exhale, back into half happy baby. Inhale, 11%. Exhale, bring it back. So you're really learning how to pace yourself and your amount of extension. So just keep going, maybe in that 10 to 20% range. No need to go into the 80 or 90% range. That takes a lot of time for the hamstrings. Make sure your back feels even and flush to the floor. Last 3. Extending on your inhale. Returning to half happy baby on your exhale. Notice if your shoulders are peeling up off the floor. And then on your last time extending your leg, hold it wherever it is. Breathe. One more inhale. Finish with an exhale. Bend your knee. Bring your left foot down to the floor. Extend your left leg out like you're in a half shavasana. Hands on your hips, eyes closed down, and notice. What is this side like? From your hip to your hamstring, and then the whole length of the leg, hip to toes. And then awaken yourself from this awareness with a big breath in through your nose. Wash it out of your mouth. Come into full happy baby. So bigger baby toe sides of the feet, rock side to side. Make sure you've got a good hold on your feet, hands or strap. Nice massage out in the low spine. And a lot of us are just really used to going right and left and right. Maybe try to make little circles. You don't want to peel your back up off the floor too much. Little circles, one direction, and then try to reverse it. It'll be good to wake up your mind too. Come to center, come to stillness. Try and keep your sacrum, spine, shoulders, and head all on the floor. Only 10% are you going to lengthen out both legs, connecting still, either strap or hands, both legs out to the side. Ooh, exhale, bend. And then again, inhale, just 10% out to the side. Release on an exhale. Now take a moment, relax your shoulders, your face, your jaw. When you do this again, I want you to find a little bit of resistance of your feet towards your fingers or strap, and your strap towards your fingers or feet. So it's like a filibuster. No one's going anywhere, but there's resistance on both ends. Inhale, take 11% extension in your hamstrings. Push your feet into your hands. Pull your hands back towards your feet. Keep breathing, keep your spine on the ground. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Whew. Relax your jaw. One more of those to go. Inhale, lengthen. Find that resistance. Press your feet. Pull your hands or strap back. Maybe you go to 12 to 15, maybe to 20%. Remember, we're just getting started. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Release your hands, feet down. Come into butterfly on your back. Feet together, hands anywhere you'd like, and just rock glute to glute. So right bum to left bum. It's not bouncing the butterfly. We're just releasing musculature in a really thoughtful way. So butterfly with a little rock side to side. Come to center. Feet touching. Breath releasing. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, roll over onto your right side. Left knee stacking on top of your right, fetal position. Knees hugging in close. And really bring your knees high up into your chest. It's going to help open up through your lower back. Head resting on your upper arm. Deep breath in and out. No need to rush from here. Take all the time you need. If it feels really delicious to stay in this side seed pose, stay. Or begin to press yourself up. And you want to find something to sit on that's kind of soft. If you sit on a block, it's going to be just a little bit too edgy. So you're going to sit up on a blanket or kind of a softer pillow, extending both legs out in front of you. Go straight out ahead, Tadasana, staff pose. Great place for a strap. You can connect it to your feet, so right over the bottoms. You want to keep really tall in your spine. Yeah, take your time if you got to go get a prop or do anything. No rush, you're in your own home. You do what you need. What's most important is to not round down and get slumpy and dumpy, because our spine, which low back is a part of, is going to affect the hamstrings. We want to stay really upright. So you're just going to walk your hands forward. Right when you feel like you're going to lose it and find that rounding is where you stop. So you're just going to walk it forward. You can start with a good bend in the knees or gently let them come down, or even put some support underneath them. Or if you have one knee that gives you trouble, a block or again, something soft can be nice. You're just gonna exhale and lean forward. And then inhale, come back up, shoulders back. Exhale, lean forward. But if you've got the strap, it's nice to keep your spine upright. Inhale, you're gonna lift up. Exhale, you're gonna lean forward and hold here. And connect your hands anywhere, whether it's a strap, the floor, your feet. Staying in whatever shape you're in, which is perfect. Inhale, a little press, about 5% of the backs of your knees towards the floor. And then exhale, release that extension. Again, inhale, just 5%, that back crease of the knees down towards the floor. And then release. 3 more times. You can go to 6%, you can go to 10%. But if you go right to 100, you might not be able to get up out of this shape. We don't want that. Keep your spine lifted. Yep, strap, hands to feet, hands to floor, all good. Last 1 or 2. Shoulders down, neck a little longer. Good, then inhale, release whatever you've got, feet, strap, or floor. Lift up nice and tall, arms reaching towards the ceiling. Breathe in, exhale, bend your elbows, cactus your arms, open up through your chest. Good, without using your hands, you're gonna keep your hands in cactus, cross your ankles, come forward, then tabletop, move any props off to the side. And prepare for downward dog, which does have a lot to do with the hamstrings. You do want to make sure you get back into your legs. So some of you have done this before, from tabletop, toes under. You lift into a hovering table, crouch back so you really get into your legs, and then inhale, slowly work to find that amount of extension that feels appropriate for you to start at. Good. Arms are fully extended, but knees are not. Yeah, breathe in. Exhale, return lightly back to tabletop. A little wag side to side. Come back to center. Exhale, hovering table. Breathe in. Exhale, shift back, a little crouching dog. And then inhale, find your extension. Again, that just feels like enough, but not too much. Push your hands down and also forward, keeping your neck elongated, and that ease all the way up to your lower spine. Inhale fully. Exhale back into tabletop. This time go into cow pose, tailbone back, chin slightly forward, but eyes do most of the lifting upwards. And then exhale from your tailbone ground. Cat pose, cat stretch, take your time. Inhale, cow. Initiate these movements from your tailbone. So cat and cow, any rhythm, any pace. Nice. Go through 2 more rounds. And then find your neutral tabletop. Exhale, hovering table, finding a little strength everywhere. On your following exhale, crouch it back, bum towards where that back wall and ceiling meet, and then find your extension in your hamstrings. Again, 0 to 60, not really productive here. Nice. So you're in downward dog with some kind of bend into your knees. On your inhale, focus on your left leg, a little bit more extension in your left leg. So a little more straightening to your left knee. And then exhale, release that. Go to your right side, straightening, not locking. And then exhale, release. Both knees, bend a little more through both knees. Exhale, a little more first, and then inhale, lengthen out. Don't force it too much. Good, and then notice if you need to back off to find a sustainable downward dog. We got all kinds of pets visiting your class this morning. I love it. Cats, dogs. Good, shift your hips up and back an inch. So again, you're a little more in your legs, less in your shoulders. And then take a wide downward dog, wider feet, wider hands, heavier head. Close your eyes and really just try to go all inside your body to see how the width of your hands and your feet have affected your posture. So instead of me telling you what you should feel, see what you feel. Five more breaths. Always feel free to go into child's pose or puppy pose as it feels right. Good, we'll all meet in Anahatasana puppy pose, knees down, arms still in that downward facing dog extension. Just a little bit of your heart down towards the floor. Hug your shoulder blades together. Your forehead does not need to touch the floor. Be long in your neck. Inhale. Exhale, begin to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, tabletop, knees together, left leg behind you, tuck your left toes and just press back through your left heel. The toes under, yep, feeling the calf a little bit more now. And then release, left knee down, right leg back, toes are tucked, heel presses back, right? Because everything in your body is connected. If we want to work the hamstrings, we got to find a little bit of length below and above as well. So press, 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 like you're trying to press that easy button behind your right heel. One more inhale. Exhale, knee down. Now, if you have blocks, this is a great place for them. Low runner's lunge, left foot forward. Blocks by your hips or hands on your hips. One block, two blocks, a chair, a bed, anything you got. Low runner's lunge. Upright in your spine because that extension of your spine is important in every pose. Breathe in. Exhale, first half Hanuman. Shift it back. Be good to yourself. Back toes untucked to start. Push into the top of the foot and your shin so you're not directly on your right kneecap. And then as much of a flex in your front foot as you can. Ooh, you're like, oh my gosh, leg feels like it's on fire. If that's happening, bend your knee a little more, right? We don't want fire. Don't want to have to call the firefighters. You can slowly work from a bent knee to a little more extension. Pull your left heel back towards your face. It's not actually going to move anywhere, but just isometrically pull it back. See how that feels in the back of your left leg. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, bend your knee, walk it forward, Hands stay down, but high runner's lunge in your lower body. So your back knee lifts, and everyone take a wider base. So left foot off to the side, farther, right foot off to the side, hands to your front knee, and then come all the way up. So you're in a wide-based high runner's lunge. Notice if you're like, oh, I can balance a little better if I'm not standing on a tightrope. This might be the right lunge for you. Take your right hip a little bit more forward, squaring it off just a tiny bit more. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, grow your spine taller. Exhale, hinge forward. Now press your right heel back, just like you did with your knee down, feeling that extension in your calf. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your back knee, step all the way up to stand. Shake out that left leg. It is alive. Standing pose, Tadasana, feet inner hips with distance, palms forward. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Now if your low back is really cranky today, maybe go a little wider than inner hips with distance. Come to center, elbows extended, but just like downward dog, a teeny bend in both knees. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, come halfway down. Halfway. Not full Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana. Good. Any variation with your hands, you can ground them on your legs, reach them out or reach them back. Inhale, reach out and up. Extended mountain. Exhale, out and down, just halfway. I know you want to go to that full forward fold. Inhale, reach out and up, not quite yet. Exhale, halfway down, dive it halfway down. Reach the crown of your head forward, wherever forward is for you. Hold it here. Take your left hand to your low belly, your right hand to your low back, and just feel them work as a team, a little closer together. So low belly, left hand up and in, low back, nice and steady. Good, feel that nice container at your torso, arms out. Inhale, come up. Now, if you have a really cranky low back, I'm gonna encourage you to stay with the halfway down. If you really wanna get more into your hamstrings, then you can go full forward fold. But sometimes a full forward fold will aggravate your low back. So depending on how your body's feeling today, full fold or half. Yeah. 5 breaths wherever you choose to be. We're all unique little snowflakes out there. So do what you need. 2 more breaths. And then find high plank. We can all benefit from a good high plank. Every single one of you I know is good for this, so I'm going to set an actual timer. I'm not going to tell you for how long, but here we go. Get comfortable in something that's not the most comfortable thing that you've done, but you guys know this. Been here before, no surprise. And think about all those things you've ever heard in a high plank that make it feel more sustainable for you. So whether it has to do with your arms, your shoulder blades, your hips, how wide your feet are, how narrow your feet are, make any adjustments so you can hold it. We've got some more time to hang here. And I know you're like, this is not my hamstrings or my lower back, but again, we need the whole body to be stable in order to then find length. Eyes forward. Again, stay with that really uncomfortable feeling. I feel it too, guys. You're not alone. Everyone else feels it. If you need a little rock forward and back, teeny tiny, or side to side, like a mini distraction, that's okay. We're getting closer. Keep your hips elevated. That's important. Keep your arms strong. Last 10 seconds. Relax your jaw. 6, 4, 2, 1. Woo! Knees down. 90-second plank. Good job. Come onto your forearms. Sphinx pose. You did it, right? And we didn't even build up to 90 seconds. We just went for it this morning. Elbows pulling back, chest pulling up, Sphinx pose. If you know your shoulders need a little more opening, palms facing up. Now, if this right from the get-go, your back is not happy about it, come onto your belly and just rest here. Relax into your jaw, wherever you're at. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee off the floor. And just push back through your left heel. Don't lose your Sphinx. Left knee down, left toes untucked. And it's a minor move. Right toes tucked, right knee lifts, your quad might lift as well. Press back through your heel. And then exhale, knee down, release your foot, come all the way prone, alligator pose, stack your forearms, rest your forehead. Release any holding in your glutes. If you want to shimmy side to side or windshield wiper, please do. Good, come back to center. Release your legs behind you. Hands underneath you. Keep your knees down. Press up into this knee down plank. Walk your knees underneath your hips. Don't think I forgot. We got to do all that good stuff on the right side. So low lunge, right foot forward. Left knee scooting back. Yep. Blocks. Any small furniture. Untuck your back toes. Root into your shin so you don't feel it on your kneecap. So you're really pressing your shin bone towards the ground. Doesn't need to go flat. Up through your chest. Breathe in, everyone. Exhale, slowly hinge back, half splits. You might need to watch if you go right for the full extension. We're going for enough, right? Not excessive. Let's not be sensation junkies here. Excellent job keeping your spine long. You can be more folded forward, hinging at your hips, as long as you're not rounding through your back. Toes up, full flex in your front foot, your ankle, and then drag your right heel towards your left knee. It's not actually moving anywhere, it's just an isometric hug, and you're gonna feel that light up the back of your leg. Again, we don't wanna call anybody, no 911 calls here, just pulling back, feeling enough, manageable. Breathe in, exhale, inhale, walk it forward. Right foot wider, left foot wider, high lunge, hands stay down so you can get that new foundation in your feet. Then arms start to walk up, torso starts to build, arms lift. There you go, I can hold this runner's lunge all day because you've got more foundation. Left hip a little bit more forward. You might also hug your right heel back. And if your shoulders are feeling a lot, wide V, you can even just have your arms down by your sides or hands to your hips. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, get a little taller through your chest, your spine. Exhale, hinge forward. Press that left heel back first so you feel your calf extend. And then bend your left knee, step, step, step. Your choice, half lift. If your back is cranky, full fold if you want to go for hamstrings. Or if you're somewhere in that intersection, play with doing both. 5 breaths in either one. Right, it's interesting that if you're in the half lifted position, we call it half lifted, not half folded. It's like, which way do you see the cup, half full or half empty? I don't know. I'm not going to start calling this half fold. That sounds odd. We're all gonna come to that half lift position, hands on your knees, spine forward. Maybe you want that connection of your hands to your belly and back so you really feel that strong connection at your center. Inhale, reach out and up, extended mountain, come up, up, up. Exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest. Interlace your fingers behind you. Palms close together, as close as you can. Now again, Depending on how your body's feeling, low back and hamstrings especially, you're either gonna go halfway or you're gonna go full fold. Either one, reach your knuckles back so your ears and shoulders have some space. Regardless of where your torso is, bend your left knee and let your knuckles lean towards the left. Left knee bent, leaning your knuckles, a little twist through your torso, and then lean a little bit more weight into the ball of your right foot. Maybe you straighten the leg 2% more, maybe not. One more breath in. Exhale, release to the right side. Hinging through your right knee, knuckles to the right, half or full fold. And it's not about the bent knee. You want to make sure you feel enlivened on the left leg. So lean a little bit more weight into the ball of the left foot. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Halfway lift, everyone. Reach your knuckles back. Slowly shift your head left and right, right and left. Just turning at your neck. And then inhale, come all the way up to stand. Shake it out, arms and legs. And prepare to balance. Right foot down first, left knee up towards your left armpit. Now you do want the smallest bend in your standing leg. Eyes focused in one spot. Pull your shoulders back, get a little taller up through your torso. Good, slow as you can, release your left foot and step it down. Left foot flat, feel the shift in weight, right knee up. Eyes concentrating. Heart up. One more inhale. Exhale, slow release, foot down to the floor. Back, weight onto that right side. Lift your left knee. Here you may want your strap, or you're gonna cross your left wrist. Doesn't really matter which wrist is on top. You're gonna take a hold of the big and baby toe side of the feet with your wrists crossed. Or a strap. Slowly bring your foot forward, extending your leg. Start at maybe 30 or 40%. Keep all the attention also in your chest, your torso. Maybe reach a little more. Again, don't go too far. Just finding your hamstrings. One more breath in. Release on an exhale. Release your wrists, slowly float your foot down. Easy. Other side, weight onto the left side. Maybe try the other wrist on top. Balance, hands or strap. And it's easy to get really rounded here, so really encourage yourself to stay upright. Start to go 30% maybe. And if that's too much, take it back a bit. Heart up towards your big toe, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, both are great. Last inhale. Exhale, slowly bend your knee. Release your hands, step your foot down. Ooh, shake it out. Now we're gonna do that one more time on each side. You can stay with your wrists crossed, or you might just prefer one hand on the big toe side of the foot. Some of us really like that peace sign fingers variation to the big toe, or you just try one hand or strap in both hands, and then you're again gonna go to about 40% chest up. Good. Heart higher. One more inhale. Release on an exhale. Float it down. Last time, last side. We all love the balancing poses. Any variation, there's quite a plethora to choose from. Oh, we got another dog. So many dogs. I love it. Chest up. Breathing into the back line of your leg. Eyes still focused. It'll help you balance. One more inhale, a little taller. Exhale, bend your knee. Release your foot. Float it down. Nice. Let's get a little counter movement. Chair pose. Big toes together. Sit it back, hands at your heart. Anything going on with your low back? Take a little step out to the side, wider stance in your feet, and shift weight into your glutes and the heels of your feet. This time, right hand to low belly, left hand to low back. Feel that connection. You might need the tiniest tip of your tailbone in, but not a huge tuck. And then hands back towards your heart. Lift all 10 toes. Feel those 3 corners of your feet, making that little tripod nice and steady. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, release your arms. Let's do one full, thoughtful sun salutation. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, dive it halfway or fully down. Then we'll all inhale, come up, halfway lift. Exhale, move towards your plank if it's just reaching your hands down or through a forward fold. Don't worry, we won't do another 90-second one. Just a couple breaths. High plank, hips up. Breathe in. Exhale, knees down. Still a little shift forward, come onto your belly. Low cobra, lifting up as you inhale. Releasing as you exhale. Now might feel really good in your body, so you can keep moving through cobra or take any other chest opener that feels kind to your lower back. One to two more breaths. You can always lift and hold in cobra. Lessen the hands, more in the back muscles. Exhale, we'll all come all the way down onto the forehead. Press back into tabletop. And it's been a while, but let's go back, downward facing dog. Through that hovering table, crouching back. Inhale, lengthening the legs. A little shift side to side, a little slow motion wag of your tail. Left foot to center. Right leg up just a foot. Just a foot. And then you're going to feel a little more weight down onto your left heel. So your right foot's just barely elevated. Arms are extended. One more breath in. Exhale, lift your left heel up. Right foot down. Left leg up a foot. And then you're going to switch. You're basically just using a tiny bit of healthy leverage. Nothing crazy. Breathe in. Exhale, both feet down. Big toes together. Bend both knees, crouch back. Maybe give a little hop or two, or a walk up to the top, half or full fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Everyone reach your arms out. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, cactus at the top. Inhale, arms come up, fingertips touch. Exhale, forward fold. Half or full. Exhale, hands down, right leg back, right knee down, half Hanuman. Shift it back. Any props? Start with your toes up, your knee pointing straight up as well, and then externally rotating your whole leg out to the side. Knee, toes, and your hip. Maybe you sit back just a bit farther towards your heel, or you hinge more forward, keeping a long extended spine. Exhale, rotate your knee and toes back up, and then internally rotate, which is the little bit more funky one. Your hip's gonna rise up a little bit. Inhale, come back to center, and then dynamically inhale, low lunge. You can keep your hands on the ground. Exhale, walk it back, half Hanuman. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, shift it back. Do that 3 more times. All right, now that the hamstrings got some serious opening going on, we can move a little bit smoother through this transition. Good, last one, hold it back. Drag your left heel towards you. Maybe find a bit more extension in that back crease of the knee, nothing crazy. Hard up. Good, exhale, walk it forward. Hands underneath your shoulders, let right toes tuck, right knee lifts. Step your right foot up, half or full fold. Bending on your back. Exhale, other side, left leg back, left knee down. Half Hanuman, shift back. Enough support so you can be upright in your spine. And then when you're ready, externally rotating the whole leg from the hip down to the knee, down to the ankle, the toes. So it's all turning out to the side. And it's okay to shift your hips a little bit too. Exhale back to center, then internally rotate. Right hip rises up, knee, toes turn in. Exhale back to center. And then drag your right heel back. Keep your spine lifted. Breathe out. Relax your jaw. And then 4 to 5 times. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Good. Your inhale takes you forward. Heart is always lifting. Your exhale shifts you back. Just take that about 3 more times at the most. Pit stopping anywhere you need. And then the next time you come back, half splits. Simply bring your hands down, shift over towards your right leg so your right bum comes down. Take the left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. Anahatasana. Good place to sit up on your blanket. So don't be afraid to take that extra 5 to 7 seconds to set yourself up for success. Strap is great. Now, similar to what we did, you're gonna cross a little bit at your wrists. You can hold at your knee. You can use the strap instead without twisted wrists. You can take it towards your calf, or you can bring your hands towards your foot. So your whole shoulders and hips are turning towards your right foot and exhale, lean forward. Nice. And yes, you're feeling a lot at the back of the right leg, but don't forget about this left leg. Give a little push in of your foot. You're basically in a tree pose too. Relax your jaw. Inhale, come up. Right hand, left knee or thigh. Left arm behind you. Inhale, grow first. Exhale, go into your twist. And then repeat that. Inhale, grow a little taller from that twisted position. Exhale, go into it just a touch more. 2 more up on your in-breath. Turning on your out-breath. Last one. Releasing your twist on an exhale. Excuse me, an inhale. Always an inhale. Twisting on an exhale, releasing on an inhale. Other side, foot forward. Sole of the right foot, Janu Shirshasana, sits bones even. Maybe you try the other wrist or other forearm on top. You can just go for your thigh, your knee, your calf, your ankle, right? There's a lot of options on this journey. The destination is not necessarily towards your foot. Your journey might be the knee. Or you use a strap. On this one, it's a little counterintuitive, but you exhale and lean into it. Even though we normally find the extension on the inhale. We typically fold with an exhale. A little pressure of the right foot into the left inner thigh. Shoulders squared off towards your foot, hips squared off towards your foot. Maybe you can change where your hands are. Or a little bit of gentle press of the back crease of the knee down towards the mat. Just 2% at the most. Good, last exhale. Inhale, come up. Left hand, right thigh or knee. Arm behind you to support. Inhale, lift up, up, up. Exhale, turn away. Look over your right shoulder. Keep pressing that foot into the inner thigh. Grow on your inhale, go on your exhale. Last 2 rounds. You'll finish on an exhale. Unwind on your inhale. Stretch both legs out in front. Now, depending on how you feel, what you need, you can stay in Tadasana staff pose, legs straight out, or take your legs to more of a 90-degree angle. Any support under the knees, support under your bum, toes straight up towards the ceiling regardless of where you go. And again, fingers out in front, journey forward. You might get 2 fingertips out, good. Great, stay here. Active in your feet. Lifted in your chest. And then that little bit of interplay with pressing the back crease of the knee down to the floor. And then see if you can actually contract your quadriceps, so that kind of lifted kneecap feeling. When you contract the quad, the hamstring wants to naturally lengthen. So you might need that little bit of effort in the top of your thigh to feel a little happier in the hamstrings. And then you can let go of that contraction, maybe take a different journey, farther forward or farther back. And again, contract your quads. So squeeze, toes up, hinge forward, relax your jaw, relax your quads. And then one more time. Little flex in the top of the thigh. Keep the flex in the ankles. Maybe your journey changes where your hands are, how your hips hinge. Don't change your breath, just keep it where it is. Ooh. Inhale, back it off. Hands to your outer thighs to give you a helping hand. Bend your knees. Seated butterfly. Heels in, a little rock just like we did on our back, side to side. And again, because your adductors, your inner thigh muscles are super close to your hamstrings, we want them to have some length as well. So inhale, sit up nice and regally tall. Exhale, hinge at your hips. If this feels like a lot on your hip sockets, take your feet farther out in a longer diamond shape. Beautiful. Really like how everyone's taking care of themselves this morning. Use an exhale to fold into it a bit more without losing spinal integrity. And even though it's not the best for your spine, I know sometimes it just feels so darn good. So this one time, I'll let you round down, drop your head, just basically find a turtle position. If you actually want to take Karmasana, tortoise pose, you can thread your forearms underneath, put a little pressure, fingers forward, palms up, of your outer calves on your forearms, and just round down. And even in the rounded position, you can press the thoracic part of your spine in the middle, so it's like a cat rounding back. Tucking your chin, feeling that warmth all along your spinal column. And very slowly, if you're in tortoise pose, lean to the right, release your left arm. Lean to the left, release your right arm. Ooh, legs straighten out in front. Move your blanket, if you're using it, up to be behind your head. Feet as wide as the mat. And you're just gonna roll back onto your spine and go right into some gentle windshield wipers. So just about halfway side to side. And then you can start to go knees a little closer towards the floor or stick with the halfway. Good. Exhale, knees to center. Hug your knees out towards your armpits. So it's like a child's pose position on your back, big toes touching together. A good spacious feeling for the low spine. And then take anything else you need. If you want one more happy baby to hamstring extension, or if you want to come into constructive rest for your lower back, or anything else for about the next 30 seconds before we move into Shavasana. Take your time, do what you need to do. Make sure you trust yourself with where you're going. Honestly, you guys are like my dream yoga class. Not that I don't love everyone that comes to class, but you guys are great. So thank you for taking the time for yourselves as you move into your resting shape. Maybe just let a little smile come onto your face. Yep, any kind of resting shape. Legs up the wall, butterfly. Constructive rest is also a place you can take Shavasana. Just as we began, exhale. Exhale again. And just embrace some time for complete quiet. Even if there's noises in your environment, you can allow yourself to have inner quiet. Give fully into the floor. Really let your body absorb your practice. That's what this posture is truly for. As always, if you need extra time here, please stay. If you're ready, come back to breathing first. Again, we can change how we feel if we change how we breathe. So if you want to start your Friday off post-practice in a calm way, find a calm breath. If you want to start it in a little more uplifting, energizing way, find a little bit more on your inhale. Then everyone slowly begin to wiggle, stretch, and move. Taking your time, hugging your knees in, maybe rolling to one side. And then coming up to sit. Eyes opened or eyes closed. Hands resting anywhere. We'll end with 2 breaths. And then on the 3rd exhale, taking an Om if you'd like to join. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale for Om. Thank you all so much for taking the time for yourselves to be here, to allow me to guide you, and to still be in community even though we're on screens. Namaste. Yay! Good to see everyone. We had almost as many animals participate today as we did people. We had 5 dogs. Oh, okay. Now we've seen almost all the animals. That Ellie, let's see. Now I've seen 7 dogs and 1 cat.
Sally, there were 2 cats here, but they're below the level of the camera.
They count. Oh, that's so fun. Yay. All right, thank you so much for joining. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good to see you, Emily.
Good to see you.
Miss you.
Definitely call you soon.
Yes. I'm about to go into my training with Denise now.
You are? Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to hear about it later.
All right, love you.